Alright, so in today's video, it's another tier list video, but I want to go over the top 3 weapons in every single rarity. So if I go to my inventory, I don't know how many there are, so we have common, rare, epic, legendary, and vaulted. So I'll go over every single weapon in these, give the top 3, and just say what's good about them, so you guys can get a gist on what weapons to use, because there are a lot of weapons in the game, especially a lot of legendaries. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, no. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 legendaries, including one I don't have, so there's 10 legendaries in total. And that's a lot to choose from. So I'll go over the top 3 right in this video. So yeah, let's just get into it. Also, before I get into the full video, thank you guys so much for the support. We're almost at 5.2k subs already. It's actually insane. Make sure you guys subscribe, as I'm on the road to 6k by the end of the year. It's gonna cut close, but I hope I can do it. Thank you guys so much for the support. It means so much, man. Also, whilst you're supporting me, why not use code DEMA? Well, if you go to the shop, go to any bundle in the game, for example, the Super Bundle, which I don't know how long this is out for, but if you go to enter creator code DEMA, and then go ahead and purchase it, I get 5% of the revenue you spend, so 5% of $3.99. And then you guys get some cool titles, which if I go into my inventory, you guys can see what they are. Change title, you have DEMA fan for 1,000 Robux, and DEMA #1 fan for 2,000 Robux. So yeah, why not use my code, because it's free to use a code, and it helps me out a ton. And you get some exclusive rewards too. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to be going from each weapon, which is the best top 3. I'm going to go from common all the way up, from rare, epic, legendary, then vaulted. By the way, with the vaulteds, I know there's not 3 vaulted. There are 3 vaulteds in the game if you count Excalibur, the tester weapon, but I don't really have it, so I can't really talk about it. So, yeah, we're just going to skip that one. We're probably going to just say what's good about these two. I think Void Reaver is better than Blackstar at max level. I don't really know, but yeah, let's just get into the video. So, by the way, these are not in order, they are just the top 3 weapons. So, commons, we go down from here. I don't actually know what could be the best one. I think, well, first off, I believe the wooden scythe is really good because it heals you. And it does some decent damage as well, so if I just go ahead and take off my armor, because I think it does, it doesn't do damage, but why not, let's just take it off. So if we use this weapon, it does some decent damage. I mean, it's not great, because, I mean, this thing is max level, and it's this weak, so I wouldn't really, wait, is it max level? No, it's not. But still, it's very, very weak. It's only good if you are trying to, like, solo things, because it can actually heal you. If I go and use the ability, you guys can see, well, I get a shield, a 10 HP shield. I think they changed the ability, maybe, because I don't remember getting shield. Regain 10% of your health and obtain a temporary shield. Oh, so it's like just a 20% health boost, which is pretty broken, actually. Now, next up I would probably say the Cactus Sword. Now, this weapon is in the second world. It's not even that bad. It's just not too great. Obviously, it does some pretty decent DPS, as you can see. It's pretty decent, but, I mean, there is one more weapon that is better than this. It still does some decent damage, though, so if you guys get to World 2 and you don't have good weapons, then you could use this. And then, obviously, we have the Dead Stick from the newest world, World 3. It's just a summoner weapon. It's not even that bad, to be honest. It's kind of like the Golden Hand and stuff, which I finally got a second Golden Hand, so I can finally showcase it if I show you guys. Yeah, finally got a second Golden Hand. I've been grinding a lot lately, so yeah, as you can see, my level's gone up a little bit. So if we use the Shroom ability, I actually don't know how it works, but it can summon troops. If I go ahead and check what the ability does, call upon the mushroom gods to summon a shroom. Results may vary. So yeah, you can get different types of mushrooms. You can get like these. I don't know what these do actually. I know you can get troops. If I just sit here spamming it for a second, I know you can spawn a troop. I just, for some reason, I can't get it. Oh, there we go. Okay, we spawned one, finally. Shroom Knights. Yeah, they can have little elements as well. So here's the flame element, as you can see. I don't know. It's quite rare to spawn one. I've been here for about a minute, and I only spawned one, which is kind of annoying. But the cooldown is very short, and it costs like no stamina as well, so I can see why this can be pretty good, because it's a decent summon weapon. It's just, I would use every other summon weapon in the game over all this. Now then, let's make our way into rares, and this is where it gets quite controversial. Well, is that a word? I don't even know. But the first weapon is going to be Frostblade. This weapon is just broken. The damage it outputs is really good. It's a high DPS weapon. It's from World 1 as well. If you get this in World 1, use it. It's so broken. It's better than a few epics as well. And it's better than, I think, one legendary, the Infested Blade. So it's pretty decent. You guys can see it has some pretty high damage output because of its frost. Use the ability and you do a lot of frost damage. You can see it stacks up very fast. So this Frostblade is very good for being just a rare, and quite ironic because the group is called Frostblade Games, so it's pretty cool. Now then, next up we have the Moon Sickle, which is a World 2 weapon, I think. It is a ranged weapon, which I really like this weapon. It's really broken. So as you can see, it does some pretty good M1 damage. It does some Venom damage as well. If I go ahead and use the ability, which, let's just wait that, it locks on and it does some very high damage. And if you look at the cooldown, it's very low. And if you can get recovery in an actual game with this weapon, you can literally just spam it. And it is very broken. And you can see the damage output is already kind of crazy. So the Moon Sickle is very good, even if you have some legendaries. And then I would probably say for the last rare is Bone Blade. You just get like a shield around you, which is pretty good. It does some okay damage as well. The only problem is it is a heavy weapon, so for doing low damage like this, well, it's not like low damage, but for being a heavy weapon doing this damage, it's not that great. If it was a light weapon, it would be much easier to use and much more versatile and better. But I mean, it's just not the greatest. The ability, it's like a shield, I believe. If I go ahead and pop it, yeah, 30. Oh, that actually looks sick. What the hell? That actually looks really cool. And yeah, again, 30 health. I don't know for how long it might say. Bone Blade. 18 seconds. Okay. Now then, here we have the epics. Now, these epics, well, most of these are just broken. So, let's just get straight into it. Now, first up we have the Royalist, which basically just makes you invincible for, I can't remember how long, I think it's 4 seconds. It is some pretty high damage as well for being an epic. If you guys look, 400 crit, which is really broken. The ability makes you invincible and invisible for 4 seconds, so enemies can't see you, and they can't hurt you. So if I go and use it, I get a speed boost as well, and enemies can't see me or hit me, but I can do damage to them. So it's pretty good for just running around and doing some passive damage. And then we have the Vampire Axe. Now, I've personally never used this weapon, really. But I've been seeing a lot of people use it lately, and it actually looks really broken. Now, you can see very high damage output. The ability also multiplies your damage by 1.5 times for, I don't know how long. Does it say? 5 seconds. Okay, and you gain HP as well. So if I go ahead and pop the ability, well, 1.5 times damage. And oh my god, yeah, look at that health regen. That is pretty broken. I just got like 1000 HP from that, which is very insane. And then obviously we have the best epic in the game, better than practically every legendary, the Ice Spear. It freezes enemies, it does so much damage. It also has like an M2 if you hold right click. You make them vulnerable, you do double damage when they're vulnerable, so it's just really broken. As you can see, I do 530 damage. I think I can do like 800 with a crit, but it's annoying to get crits of this weapon. So yeah, it's really broken. The ability is insane as well. It does high damage because of the frost as well. Use this, they freeze. Look at the damage, dude. It just does so much. And then you can M2, do some more damage. It just stacks up so fast. It's unbelievable. Now then, on to the legendaries. Now, the first one I want to go over is, well, one of the best legendaries. My top 3 is going to be... Now, I'm going to rank these in order, so worst to best legendaries, but these are the top 3, so they're not really the worst. I don't know if I would put Necromancer Blade or Stellar. I'd probably put in Stellar just because it's a lot nicer to use. Now, this weapon, it has a decently low damage output for some reason, even though it's a legendary. Its ability does like 1000 damage at whatever level I have it. It's level 3, and it does 1000 damage. If I go ahead and use the ability, it's really broken. So it chains onto 4 enemies, it stuns them whilst they're in this as well, so you get to M1 them after a little bit, and it does 1000 damage, so it's really broken. Then we have an opinion that I've just changed for this channel. I've really used to glaze the Imperialist, now it's in number 2. Now, obviously, don't get me wrong, this weapon is actually beautiful. I'm going to keep glazing it. It's very broken. You can see, I have it level 4, it does high frost damage, it does some very high M1 damage. Its ability, chains onto 9 enemies, stuns them, does a lot of damage, and you get a speed boost. If you look at this, chains onto all the enemies, get a speed boost, they are stunned as well, and I can just do a bunch of damage while they're stunned. So this weapon is just probably the most versatile weapon in the game, and probably will be for a long time. And then at number 1 for Legendary, it's going to be Solar. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, this weapon's broken. It's really good. It does so much damage. I have it level 4 as well. If we look at the M1 damage first off, it's pretty decent. It's got some decent burn damage as well, which is nice. The ability is what I like about it. Now, if you get Recovery 4 with this, with the ability cooldown ring, I had that like I think it was a 0.9 second cooldown on the ability, so I could just spam it. But even without it, look at the damage it deals. Look at that burn damage, dude. That is insane, man. This weapon is just actually crazy. And because I've been dragging this video, we're just going to like come off these legendaries, go to the vaulted. Now, I'm very upset I didn't get vaulted level 4. But basically, Void Reaver just does way too much damage. I have level 2, so I have the first ability. The M1 damage it's okay. It's not as good as I would have thought. It's still broken, don't get me wrong. But it's a vaulted, so I thought it would have been better. But I'm not going to lie, this weapon is actually really broken. So if I go ahead and pop the ability, you guys can see it does 88 damage to 3 enemies, and it gives me these orbs. Basically, these are kind of like spirits, but I gain a speed boost as well. I think it's more than spirits. And I don't actually know what else they do. I think that's all they do. They might affect the second ability, but I have no idea. If we go ahead and use the ability again, you guys can see it does more damage. It's just really broken. If you guys can get this at a really high level, then it's really good. But obviously you can't anymore because, well, it was limited and it's gone now. So, yeah. And then we have Black Star, my beautiful sword. This weapon, I love it so much. Also, I found out a glitch in the lobby. If you use Black Star, no, not Black Star, the other vaulted weapon, what was called Void Reaver, use the first ability, you actually keep the speed boost in game. So it's actually really cool to use, so you can be a bit faster. But basically, this weapon's just really good. Like, actually, it just does so much damage. You guys can see M1 damage pretty high. It's only level 4, so I could have gotten 2 more levels, but I couldn't be asked grinding. If we use the E ability, it drags enemies in, and the R ability stuns them, and it does a bunch of damage. So you can combine the two and just kill any enemy in sight. For example, like this, and you can see the damage output. That doesn't include my M1s, by the way. 1.8k without M1s. I am M1ing, by the way, but like, it just doesn't add on for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. Those are the top 3 weapons for every single weapon tier. Let me know if you have some like controversial opinions on these, because I mean, well, these are my personal opinions, because I mean, these are my experiences. Some honourable mentions, by the way. We have Ninja Blade for Epic, Shadow, Nightmare Blade. Yeah, that's really it. And Ghost Katana's pretty good for Legendary as well. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for more content like this, as I'm trying to post every day. It's going well so far. We're almost at 5.2k subs, so thank you guys so much. Also, before I end off the video, use code DEMA. So go into the shop, go to any bundle, for example the newest one, Super Bundle, enter creator code DEMER, and then you can purchase it. I get 5% of the revenue of the Robux you spend, and you guys get some exclusive titles, which I'll show you guys right now. And the requirements to get these are DEMA fan, 1000 Robux, DEMA number 1 fan, 2000 Robux. So yeah, that'll be for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for more, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Gone for 90 days back in